Very good afternoon, everybody. I am Saurabh from Shillong, working in Bachara Health Center. So, I will be deliberating on the management of the document learning system, highlighting on the landmark and the decision making. So, this is the gross anatomy of the learning system. I will not go in detail. So, coming to the topic itself. So, whenever you get punctal atresia, which is one of the rarest presentation. So, if one punctum is absent, like this one, so usually no surgery or no management is needed. But whenever there are two punctums are absent, so obviously our option is limited. We have to go for congenital bacterial anestomy. So, this is obviously we will wait delays of 4 to 5 years. So when there is a punctal stenosis, you will get in childhood as a congenital as well as acquired also. We know we mostly will go for punctal dilatation. If it is not successful for few occasions, then we will go for tooth-snip or straight-snip punctoplasty. So when canalicular atresia, it's like punctal atresia. If one canalicular is absent like this, so no management is needed. But when there's both the canaliculars are absent, so we will be doing the same congenital bacterial anestomy at the age of 5 or later on. So congenital bacterial I am not, it itself is a very long topic. So obviously, but one thing is very important is that we have to counsel the parents also or the caretakers also. Otherwise, they will keep on coming to you and like situation will like that only. Congenital bacterial will go for conservative management. If there is a punctal membrane which is a congenital condition, we have to dilate into a short punctum dilator. So if there is sectal or subsectal obstruction like this, so we can go ahead with DCR. Whatever technique we choose depends on the surgeon. Again, canalicular stenosis. Here you can see the bicanalicular stenosis. So we can go for intubation. We can go for laser canaloplasty with intubation. We can go for DCR with intubation. This is another condition when we are getting a total common canalicular medial obstruction. So here we can go for DCR with common internal punctoplasty, or we can go for laser canaloplasty with intubation. Condition like this, now the obstruction is a common canalicular, but in the later aspect. So here we can go for canalicular attached to anestomy. This is another condition where you can get a healthy canalicular, but other canalicular is having obstruction, but it is very much in the distal part, where you can get a healthy amount of canalicular like around more than 8 millimeter. So in these conditions, we can go for DCR. But the condition is little more severe when the upper canalicular is or another canalicular is completely blocked. So in these conditions, we have very less option limited. Options are there, so we can go for canalicular bacterial anestomy. So this is another condition where you can get the block, but the block is in such a way that there is no good amount of healthy canalicular within 8 millimeter of the punctum. But other canalicular is still patent. So you can go for DCR surgery. This is the little more severe condition where we have very less healthy canalicular within the 8 millimeter of the punctum. So obviously, we will have to go for congenital bacterial anestomy. So again, bicanalicular obstruction, but we can see a healthy amount of canalicular is there within 8 millimeter of the punctum. So we can go for canalicular bacterial anestomy. But when the block is somewhere in the proximal part and no healthy canalicular is there within 8 millimeter of the punctum, so we will have to go for congenital bacterial anestomy. So lacrimal fistula, if it is a congenital one and symptomatic one, so we can go for excision of the fistula and intubation. But if it is a acquired one because of the chronic gastroenteritis or chronic gastroenteritis or a traumatic one, so in those conditions, depending on the situation, we'll have to go for split the cause. Like we can go for DCR plus minus fistulectomy. If it is a very long standing, obviously we'll have to go for fistulectomy only. So eyelid malposition because of electricity or something else, or in this condition you can say the ectropion. If it ends up in watering and like disturbance in the drainage system, we'll have to treat that cause. I think in conclusion, I'd like to say that all these procedures are basically basic to the lacrimal drainage surgery. So any expert surgeon or any experienced surgeon will decide, depending, though it is a basic, any experienced surgeon may modify this technique to suit the situation. Nowadays, in the internet or any literature, you can go for the balloon lateraloplasty, but it is obviously non-invasive and patient-friendly procedure probably in the future only. At this moment, the outcome is not so satisfactory, so we think we will need little more modification of the procedure itself, and more control studies will be needed in the future to apply for every in general. So that ends my presentation.